Okay, so hopefully you guys can hear me. So my weight loss journey, it began in like October last year. So that's October 2024. It has been a while. We're approaching actually 1 year since I started my weight loss journey. I used to weigh about 104 kilos. Moving around at 104 kilos, it absolutely sucks. I don't think, I don't really think that unless you have the height for it, that you should probably be over 100 kilos. I'm definitely not tall enough to be over 104 kilos. I'm only about 1.71, 1.72, and weighing 104 kilos put my BMI or body mass index way, way, way out. And honestly, that's not a good thing. Personally, I know that people have this idea that BMI is bullshit. Personally, I don't think BMI is bullshit. I think that BMI is an important metric when it comes to weight loss. And I think that you should actually look at your BMI when you do plan on losing weight. The reason that I focused on BMI quite a bit is because I actually was trying to get back to normal. So, like the version of normal where my body is actually at a healthy weight. So, I had to know what my healthy weight was before I even started my fitness journey. Essentially, BMI is a really simple calculation. If you don't know what your BMI is or how to calculate it, it's quite simple. You just go to ChatGPT and you ask, hey, how do I calculate my BMI? Well, then you're given probably a series of questions by ChatGPT and you'll have to fill in that information. It'll be things like, what is your height? What is your current weight? What's your height? What's your current weight? The circumference of different parts of your body. So, for example, your thigh, your waist, maybe your chest, depending on what BMI ChatGPT is going to give you and how they're going to calculate it. And based on those measurements, you can get yourself basically assessed for your BMI. Honestly, I don't even know what BMI stands for. Oh, no, actually, I do know what it stands for. Body mass index. So BMI is where you fall in a scale ratioed to something like your height. So it's what is your ideal height for your ideal weight? And there's a threshold. I use this app called Zen Life as well. That's a really good application to measure your BMI on because it also syncs with like a smart scale, but I'm not going to get into all of that. The fact of the matter is that my ideal BMI ended up landing me at around 71 kilos, about there. So I think it was 72 on the high end, and then the lower I go, so like just sub 70s, like late, probably like mid 60s. That's where my body wants to sit at my height, 172 centimeters. That's where it wants me to be in terms of my height versus my weight, which is it's a crazy thing because what I had to do was basically go. I'm recording. Oh yeah. As my buddy. BMI and my ideal BMI. Okay, so my ideal BMI is sitting at about sub 70s, mid 60s. So like 65 kilos. At 172 kilos, I'm supposed to be, sorry, at 172 centimeters, I'm supposed to be at about 70, sorry, at 104. So at about, it is difficult to think and talk at the same time. I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, at 172 centimeters, I'm supposed to be 65 to 72 kilos or something crazy like that. At about 72 kilos, I hit like normal weight at 172 centimeters, which is great. So I got myself down now, literally the 31st of August, 2025, which is almost a year later. I'm down to about 70.4 kilos, which is perfect in my opinion, because now I can learn how to stay at this weight. I believe that anybody who wants to get into their fitness journey needs to try and get themselves down to their normal BMI. And I'm not talking about if you're like a bodybuilder trying to get down to your normal BMI. I'm talking about if you're like a normal person, like I'm a normal person, and you just want to get down to your weight that you can be happy with. I would say that getting down to your normal BMI is probably the best way to do it. The reason being is because I finally feel like I have some kind of baseline to work from. because like I know what I look like at 72 kilos. I know what I look like at 71 kilos, and I know what I look at. I know what I look like now. So basically, what that allows me to do in my mind is I have a good threshold. Essentially, I have a good idea of where I've come from and where I am now, and what I ate along the way, how I trained along the way, and the ups and downs of every single point in that journey. Okay, so honestly, anybody that's on the weight loss track or planning on starting their fitness journey, I don't think that you're probably going to want to overcomplicate things. So, what I would say is go the route that I went. Being on a weight loss journey is already very difficult. Any type of weight loss journey is going to be difficult on you. It's probably going to be difficult on the people around you because, in order to get from where you are to where you want to be, you're going to have to change a lot of things. Two of the major things that you're going to have to change is the amount of food that you eat and probably when you eat that food. And most importantly, the amount of times that you train. Training is obviously very important to weight loss, but there's no way in hell training comes before diet. Diet always comes before training. There is a very big calories in, calories out deficit that your body needs to be in order to lose weight. I never counted calories on my weight loss journey because, not that I think it's stupid, I just know better in terms of how to eat. Example, there's a candy bar and there is a portion of popcorn. Have the portion of popcorn. That can be your snack. In the evening, I think he realized that I was filming. So that can be a snack in like the evening. It's all about basically what type of calories that you eat because you don't want to be eating the type of calories that stay in your body for long periods of time. You want to be eating calories that your body can digest, sure. But mainly, I don't want to get into that right now. We are in the gym. We can talk about diet some other time. But you want to basically, when you're starting your training side of this weight loss journey, you want to do things with people, truth be told. The reason you want to do things with people is because doing a weight loss journey by yourself is extremely hard. There's nothing quite like it, I believe. It's just really hard and you're going to feel alone most of the time. So being a part of something is important. I'm not going to say necessarily go out and join some crazy sport, but what I would recommend is you have a local gym. They're going to offer things like classes. Go and join those classes. Classes are important. The reason classes are important because there's somebody there with you, watching you, motivating you. It's not like having a personal trainer, no, but classes are great because they're going to push you and you get to be pushed with other people. When you get pushed with other people, it makes it that much easier for you to challenge yourself and challenge those people and the people around you. It's a friendly challenge. You're not trying to hurt the other person. It's actually the matter is that it's much more fun to do these types of things with people. It's very difficult to do by yourself. Number one, if you're first starting out on your weight loss journey, you're not going to know what to do. You're not going to know perhaps even how to work out. Things like classes are going to assist you in doing the exercises that are going to take you to your next level, and they're going to help keep you motivated in those times when you're not necessarily losing the weight that you want to lose. Weight loss is very difficult. There are going to be weeks. Absolutely. There are going to be weeks where your body just refuses to respond to what you're giving it. So if you're giving it workouts with diet, it's going to get to a point where it hits like a shock phase and it's going to just stop doing everything that you expect it to be doing. You're not going to feel good during those times. That is when it's important to have things like classes and people around you who are going to be there for you in those moments when these types of things are going to have that negative effect on you. Also, that's another thing. And it's the last thing I'll mention because I'm taking way too much studio time here. The last thing I'm going to mention is basically There's going to be times when you like mentally are not going to be able to go forward. The best thing that you can do for yourself to mentally prepare is basically tell yourself just every day, like regardless of how you feel, make sure you are going to the gym every single day or doing something every single day for your physical well-being, because you keep your momentum. When you break your momentum, you will go into a downward spiral, and you will run backwards. So you are currently will be walking forwards. If you stop and take a day off, you immediately start running backwards. Not to say that you can't get back on the bandwagon, but it is that much harder when you start running backwards to get moving forwards again. Momentum is the most important thing in this journey. I don't know how else to say it. If you start and then stop, I'm talking about starting, getting momentum, and then stopping. That is when you cause the biggest problems in your journey. That is when you cause the biggest problems probably in your health as well, because your body is demanding that you stop. You're listening to your body, and then you get into this place where you just run backwards. Anyway, there's a better way to say that. Regardless, all I can say is that if you're on a weight loss journey and you want to make progress, find a way to consistently do the thing that you want to do. Make sure that you go to your classes. I would say that is the most important thing, is go to your classes, because your classes are things that hold you accountable. So if you book in classes and you never forget to book your classes, then you have to go to your classes. And then you hold up your momentum. That momentum is the thing that's going to propel you forward in your weight loss journey. Skipping those classes is the thing that's going to hold you back. Genuinely. It is about momentum, and it's about consistency, and it's about developing a new mindset for yourself. When you move forward, the idea is not to move backwards. So if you feel yourself moving backwards in your journey, you need to do everything possible to get yourself moving forward again. It's not it's not normal. Losing weight, especially if you were like me and you were fat your entire life, getting onto something like this and changing that mindset is extremely difficult. It's the most difficult thing that I've ever done. There are definitely days when I wanted to quit because it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel normal, it doesn't feel natural at all. You're going to have to figure out a way to push through all those things. Yeah. You got to try everything else before OnlyFans.